The crowd is actually merged with the sea here. See the warm welcome, Mr. Prakash Raj. Let's start because it's going to be a conversation where you are also going to be part of this discourse. We don't want to be discussing in isolation. We want this conversation to happen with your active involvement. Mr. Prakash Raj, what do you feel when you see these people all come together here?
Love, love and love. Hi guys, wonderful to be here. Wonderful to have a platform like this, and I'm very excited to have a chat with you all.
Now the topic which has been given to us is nativity, language, then what else? Something like
Nationality.
Yeah. So my first question to Prakash Raj would be, how do you intend to describe yourself?
A traveler who's confused.
Traveler who is confused.
A traveler who is interested only in the journey, not in any destination to reach. The joy is in the journey. And it's so beautiful, the world. I mean, when I become a farmer, when I become a writer, when I become an actor, or when I sit with them and speak to them. It's a lovely journey, and I'm getting chiseled every day because I am what I am because the time has chiseled me this way. And so a guy who just traveled across.
Prakash Raj, you know that they're all great fans of you in the real, but for us, you're an activist in the real life too. And I think that is the importance which the people who have come here have attached to you.
Every one of them here are activists, just because I'm a little popular probably. And I'm happy I'm one among them in spite of the stage or the name fame I have got, because being the voice, being with them makes me more tangible, more real, and I find more relevant.
Somebody is prompting me that I should ask you a couple of questions in Malayalam too.
You ask me, I will understand some of Malayalam. Malayalam innu ariyilla enakku njan samsarikkan rumbo. പിന്നെ സിനിമയിലെ ഡയലോഗ് എഴുതി കൊടുത്ത് റിഹേഴ്സൽ ചെയ്ത് പിന്നെ സംസാരിക്കാൻ ഈസി ആവും, അല്ലെന്നാ ரொம்ப difficult.
See, one good thing which we think about you is that you have come out of the real and became part of the real life. When many in the film industry, many artists caved in, you were bold enough to come forthright and react to the situations that have been emerging.
I would not actually complain about them because it is every person and its integrity. I did not come from the real. I have gone to real from here.
From the ground to the real.
Yeah, and this is more important to me. And there are different pressures, probably their own this thing, or their own enrichment within, with literature, with life, which may not ask them to come, nor I don't know if they know they are victims already, or maybe they are not sensitive enough to understand how their silence is destroying what is around them. And I give it to them, but time will tell them who's a hero, time will heal, and time will make them speak up. Yeah.
So I will mix a little bit Malayalam with English. അതായത് താങ്കളുടെ സംസ്ഥാനം, you are living in Bangalore. Karnataka, according to me, is the second laboratory of Hindutva in the country. Second laboratory. സൗത്ത് ഇന്ത്യയിലേക്കുള്ള ഗേറ്റ് വേ ആയിട്ടാണ് ഹിന്ദുത്വ ഫോഴ്സസ് കർണാടകയെ കണ്ടിട്ടുള്ളത്. ആൻഡ് അവിടെ നടക്കുന്ന മനുഷ്യാവകാശ ലംഘനങ്ങൾ, ഹ്യൂമൻ റൈറ്റ്സ് വയലേഷൻ, ഹൗ പീപ്പിൾ ആർ ബീങ് thrashed, the sordid episode of Gauri Langesh, your friend-in-law. ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ കാണുമ്പോൾ as an artist, do you think, are you a pessimist? Do you think that you need to be a perpetual optimist to fight against the sort of forces which are trying to trample upon?
Karnataka is not the laboratory of Hindutva, for your kind information. They have come to power from the backstage. And there were people who were ready to sell themselves. And that's how they have formed the government. And Karnataka, when you come from Basavanna, from the 12th century literature, to the protest movement from Tejasvi, Lankesh, or from the theatre I come from, it is a very rich and a beautiful space. Now the Hindutva, with their fake nationalism, are entering with the power structures, and I think in another 4 months they'll go home. Karnataka will throw them away soon. And I'm not being optimistic, I'm being very realistic. It is not actually, and Karnataka were a silent victors. The voter did not vote BJP to power. It was the Congress and their weak. Like, see, there is a story. If you know a story of if you know the lifestyle of a tiger is a very powerful animal, but when it hunts, it eats around 47 to 52 times a year. So when it is hungry, it goes and it sees some 100 deers. It will search for the weakest so that it can eat. And the BJP does that, no? They find the weakest in the other parties to buy them off. And they are not the representatives of the people. And people will teach them lesson this time around. And unless they have other political agendas, but I don't think. Karnataka, yes, once these Rakshasas come to power, they will use it as a laboratory. They will bring in power, they'll bring in institutions into it. Karnataka will never be a laboratory of Hinduism.
Yeah, let us, applaud him for the perpetual optimism he is exhibiting. Prakash
And I said it is not optimism, it is the reality I'm talking about.
No.
Just don't be very, very proud. In Kerala has not given even deposit to BJP. Others are like that, okay?
He is saying that Brittas don't be so proud about Kerala. Shouldn't be proud about Kerala.
I feel safe. I feel I'm in heaven when I'm in Kerala.
Yeah, ഒരു പ്രാവശ്യം പ്രകാശ് രാജ് അവിടെ ഇലക്ഷനിൽ ഫൈറ്റ് ചെയ്തു. He was a candidate in elections. Can we foresee that episode again happening?
Prakash Raj will not be seen in electoral politics anymore.
Finished?
No, not finished.
That stage is
the
over.
problem with your Brito is you should let me finish the sentence.
My old habit as a journalist is coming
That
back.
I was because I don't belong to any political party, and I stood independent, wanted to know because I had a lot of time. And I have seen how politics works, how Congress works, how BJP works, how these so-called political parties have made us look at politics as a football match or a cricket match, you know. They've turned us into a spectator. So I really wanted to understand the grassroots level. And when people say, Prakash, did you lose in the elections? I tell them it is not about losing or winning. It is about being in the battlefield. And I am in the battlefield. And the truth, as the youngsters of this country and the citizens of this country should understand is, in elections, if you choose the right guy, you win. If you choose the wrong guy, you lose.
Exactly.
They have nothing to do with it. And when I'm talking about electoral politics, I have realized that I am more powerful than an MP or an MLA, being an independent voice of the citizens. I find it I'm more stronger, I'm not going to take sides, and I am going to be the voice of a citizen because in my country, I think citizen is the king, not those guys.
Thank you very much. That's a very powerful delivery. പ്രകാശ് രാജ് നിങ്ങളുടെ അറിവിലേക്ക് പറയാം, അദ്ദേഹം സ്വതന്ത്ര സ്ഥാനാർത്ഥിയായിട്ട് മത്സരിച്ചിരുന്നു. അദ്ദേഹം വ്യക്തി എന്ന നിലയിലാണ് അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ഒരു ശക്തി കാണുന്നത്. പക്ഷേ ഓഫ് ലേറ്റ് ഹി ഹാസ് ബീൻ ഡ്രിഫ്റ്റിംഗ് ടുവേഴ്സ് KCR, BRS. So he's more or less part of the BRS, or rather have you become a member of the BRS?
Brito needs to be told time and again that I don't belong to a political party.
Yeah.
KCR, I have met him very closely. I have been associated with him and listening to him. I have been talking to Pinarayan sir, I have been talking to Kejriwal, I have been talking to Stalin. I have been talking to a lot of chief ministers because I am popular. They let me in because of whatever I stand for. And it's okay to have a conversation. Just because you take a selfie doesn't mean you are there. But what I talk about KCR is I like because he talks what I talk of federalism. He talks about real issues. He talks about marks cards of a government. And I find him, he has a vision. Not as a political party, but as a leader. Because nowadays I realize that No leader can save this country. Only people can save this country.
Exactly.
Only a people can decide to save this country, because I don't find a single leader. But I find some empathy in him, some real concern in him, because I don't believe in WhatsApp universities or what they say. I have a personal conversation with him, and his vision, his futuristic vision for the country, I find it very interesting. So as a citizen, I travel around with him to question him, and he has a very important thing to people who ask about Prakash Raj. He says, I like Prakash Raj because tomorrow he'll question me too. And he has given me that freedom, yeah.
That is what is Prakash Raj. Is pensioned for questioning everything and anything. That should be how an activist should be. Anyway, my question was to bring into the topic. Mr. Prakash Raj, we have been deliberating a lot about institutions, democracy, the cultural diversity, the importance of language. Now, last month I had an opportunity to speak about imposition of Hindi in the country, in Parliament, when the Prime Minister was there. What do you feel about? There are numerous languages.
Did the Prime Minister understand your language? We have a Prime Minister where top floor is empty, okay, leave it around. Yeah, we have. Now for that fellow and to his party men and the RSS ideologists, we have to first take a class, what is a language? They should understand what is a language. Language is just a sound. What is it pregnant with makes that language beautiful? Now a language, when we speak, if somebody is coming from, somebody says, your sins will ripen and fall. If that metaphor used in the language, we can understand he comes from somewhere near a river where he has seen a lot of trees. A language it's pregnant with its culture, with its geography, with their belief, with their systems. So it represents a culture, a person, a people. You can't have one language to this country. So we should ask that man who by hook or crook is sitting there, why do you want us to learn the Hindi language? Is it because we should understand what you say, or for us to explain our problem to you? Their agenda is very clear. Because the British knew people will become the language they speak. I don't think Hindi is anywhere closest or rich, the Hindi these people speak is anywhere close as rich as Malayalam is, as Bengali is, as Kannada is. Because that is how we are. See, look at their agenda. It is not the language they are talking. They are talking about one language, one nation. See, look at them, stupid fellows. They say one farm law. We have to ask a question, how can there be one farm law? Farming should be a state subject. An issue of a farmer next to a river is different from an issue of farmer who farms high up on the altitudes. A farmer next to a sea. A farmer who depends on one rain a year. So there has to be different issues, different way it has to be dealt, no? But they want supremacy, they want the power. They have to decide who is going to be a health minister in Kerala, in Delhi. This is what the Congress did, this is what the BJP did. So we need to be careful when they say one language. We have to say, we are, when it comes to India, a foreign or world, we are Indians. But when it comes to India, we are Malayalis.
We are proud about it.
We have to be proud. We have to have our roots, because our expression, our perception, our understanding, our celebration comes from our roots. And they want to break it. So we should be very clear. First we have to take them a class. What is a language?
Exactly. നമ്മുടെ ഈ ചർച്ചയുടെ ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഒരു ഘടകങ്ങളിൽ ഒന്ന് ഭാഷയെക്കുറിച്ചുള്ളതായിരുന്നു. അദ്ദേഹം പറഞ്ഞതിനെ ഞാൻ സപ്ലിമെന്റ്
ചെയ്യും. One more I want to tell you. They make fun of Malayalis speaking English. When did I go? What is the spelling? yet another O. I said, why do you make fun of them? For you guys, Caribbeans and West Indians speaking in accent is very beautiful. Why not Malayalis speaking in their accent? Malayalis know English, but they will speak English with the tone of Malayalam. That is the speciality of the state. You can't make fun of them. There are educators, there are scientists, there are people who can talk, there are writers, there are doctors, there are engineers. We know English, but our tone is Malayali. So what?
Accent.
What is wrong with an accent? Do you understand what I am saying? Finish. How can you make me? You have no problem with a Caribbean speaking in that accented English. That is how we should be proud of.
നമ്മുടെ ഭാഷയിൽ നമ്മൾ അഭിമാനിക്കും. ഞാൻ ഈ ഭാഷയെക്കുറിച്ച് പറഞ്ഞു വരുമ്പോൾ ഇപ്പോൾ ഇന്ത്യയിൽ I'm just adding a little bit of Malayalam into it because just...
He's adding some masala. Huh?
No. Malayalam should not be a masala, but I'll tell you one thing. ഇന്ത്യയിൽ നൂറുകണക്കിന് ഭാഷകളുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പം കഴിഞ്ഞ കുറേ കാലമായിട്ട് there is something like Hindu, Hindi, Hindustani. That is a slogan. As you rightly said, one leader, one ideology, one nation. This is how it is going on.
They will do it because they want to give a wrong meaning for nationalism. See, when India fought for the freedom, we did not fight for Hindu Rashtra. The nationalism was the freedom of liberation, for freedom of speech, for equality, isn't it? Then what were the RSS doing? They were formed in 1928, but they were not in the struggle for freedom.
Never.
Later they have come into their history. They don't have history at all. You know, they are very clear. They have no history, so they will not have future. Write it down. Or history illa. So they want to rewrite history to confuse us. That's what I was telling in the morning session. Simple example, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. He banned RSS. He said this RSS is dangerous for this country. Their ideology is dangerous for this country. Now our Modi Sahab comes, 3,000 crores, he builds a statue and takes a selfie. They can only take selfie with history. They think Bhagat Singh is their friend. See, these fellows are trying to confuse religion with nationalism. So what is that nationalism? Hindu Rashtra. That means Hindus should be there. These sort of fellows will not have future because we have seen it in Hitler, we have seen it in Mussolini, we have seen the deaths they have died. Okay, humanity cannot take this right wing because it is very unhealthy. Humanity cannot survive. In front of us there may be a lot of wounds now because they have come into power. It is again, we are the reasons as a country because you see them coming up only after emergency. There was a government, it was anti-democratic, there was communism failing and things like that. That is when they have come in slowly. But that doesn't mean they are going to stay here for a long time. Since we have let them, we need to suffer a little, no?
Exactly.
Simple.
Since they don't have a history of a legacy,
They have no history at all.
that's why they are rewriting history now.
They will change history.
Yeah.
And that's telling history also no brains.
Yeah.
Savarkar came on a bulbul bird. You will listen to it. Drink cow urine, your roga will go. I tell them, you drink urine, you eat cow dung. Let us be clean, no? Why are you forcing us? We are very clean people. We don't want that. You do it. Simple.
Now coming to Indian Constitution, the Article 1st of Indian Constitution say India Bharat shall be union of states. That means both the union and states are creation of the Indian Constitution. But Mr. Prakash Raj, when you see the things around you, do you think that the spirit of the federalism is being upheld now or it's been trampled upon? What's your thought on that?
See, you should go back to history because liberalism, secularism has a history and was a need. When there was a freedom struggle in this country, we were fighting a colonial government. Okay? But then we had a lot of discrepancies within the caste system, the Adivasis, the Brahmins, the higher class. We had no time to address that, but people like Ambedkar are addressed it. So we, in spite of getting freedom, we still had to work the inner demons. That is where the constitution is formed. That is where the institutions are, whether it is judiciary, whether it is education, whether it is law, were formed to just freedom was not enough for freedom of expression was not. There were so many inner demons we had to fight. And India as a country can be only federal. It cannot be a country. Country is just an idea. You need an unification. There is a different reason to be together. But without being federal, you cannot survive. Kerala has to have its education policies, its own health policies. Karnataka has to be by itself. It is in unity, in diversity. That unity is called nationalism. That we respect one another, let live one another, and celebrate the togetherness. So these guys are trying to confuse it. They may confuse it, they are trying to bring in, they are taking all the institutions because they are not powerful by themselves. So they need to take all these four pillars, the media, the judiciary, the power, that they can do with the government power, and they are trying, but I see hope now. We are almost, including Karnataka, in next 4 months, we have kicked them out of South India.
You are sure
We
about
will
it?
kick them because we love football, no? We like cooking goals. Kela hobe.
Okay. He is very confident that he is going to kick out BJP from Karnataka in few months' time. Do you agree?
They are all on the way already.
And when you talk about the fact that we need to celebrate the diversity of this rich nation, but the sad plight of the nation now is that all the pillars have caved in. Almost all the pillars. The parliament, which needs to hold the executive to accountability.
He is a very pessimist, no?
No, I'm just asking you. We need to be realistic also sometimes.
We need to, there are voices, I mean, yes, we are suffering because of the silence of the majority of them. We are not suffering, we are actually enthralled and strengthened because of the voices we are raising. But there are, see, history will forgive those who sinned, but it will never forgive those who were silent. And I think they are realizing it. The people will realize it. Because what I am saying is, there is no future for them. Yes, because you have to understand, now they will be more dangerous when they are going. Big Rakshas, when he is all powerful, he will still be little lazy and sitting because he thinks, I have got it all. You may somehow get away, but when they know they are going, they'll be more dangerous. You will see more difficult times. But let's be ready. We'll have to face this. We have come till there. We'll push them further.
He's saying that we have to be ready for the battle. Are you ready? Yeah, ready for the battle.
Because we want to live.
Yeah. See now, we all know that a democracy can be buoyant, vibrant, only if there is an independent, free media. That should be one of the basic presence of a democracy. Now, my experience, or anybody's experience, that the national media, the media as such, has completely caved into the central government or the union government. It's not a single newspaper which is mainstream can stand up to the government of India or the Prime Minister or the Hindutva ideology. How do you see that?
Your media caved into Indira Gandhi also, to Congress also. Any ruling party, sellers will be seller. Whoever is for sale are getting sold only. Aren't they? You don't trust them, no? We are the media. We are the people. Now, if the media is strong, we have our WhatsApps, we have our element, the news travels faster. See, they are bound to sell. They are bound to buy. There's so much of money, they have their weaknesses. But we can't be pessimistic. We have to be positive because otherwise there's no point in living. See, I am alive because I don't want to die before I die, I say.
That's good.
Okay. And now I will stop this talking because we can go to the hotel and talk. Let us talk to them. It's better the this thing is there. I think I would rather have a conversation with them.
30 minutes now for you people. You can ask questions. Be very brief and precise. Yes.
Can I have the mic pass, please? It's better this way. No, I'm not a good speaker.
Very good evening, both of you. Very happy to see here.
Louder.
Actually, I am very happy to see a media person and a film actor here. And I have to ask you, in this current Indian scenario, where there is no opposition either in paper nor in field, and the media has been sold to who is ruling us, what as an actor, as an activist, Prakash Raj can do, and what do you expect each of us to do? And I also want to hear an answer from Brittas sir also, because you are a member of parliament, and what you think we as people can do under this scenario where the fourth estate has fallen and there is no opposition here?
I would answer simply. You, me, we are the opposition. And we want to tell all these fellows, you are only representing us. Your salary is paid by us. Your security is paid by us. Your rent is paid by us. You don't bring a pie to run this country. You are supposed to handle my country. I am a taxpayer. It is my country. You come begging for a vote once in 5 years, promising us that we will serve. We have chosen you. That is why if we have chosen wrong, we get another 5 years to kick you out. We are the opposition. We are the kings.
VAU എന്നുള്ളൊരു പ്രശ്നം ഇവിടെ ഇല്ല. നമ്മളെന്നുള്ളത് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. നമുക്ക് നമുക്ക് ലഭിക്കുന്ന വേദിയിൽ പോരാടുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് നമ്മളിൽ നിക്ഷിപ്തമായിരിക്കുന്ന കടമ. അതുകൊണ്ട് what I should do, what we should do, we all have to do. We need to fight this battle out. There's no other way. I would say as a member of parliament, 2024 is a crucial battle for us. Are you ready for this battle? That is a question. We all need to be ready for that. Next question, please. Yeah.
See, they have, including, I'm talking about all political parties, just because BJP is in power, you're talking, other Congress or everybody, they have given us a wrong idea of elections. They want a CM's face. They want a prime minister's face. Our party is, this is the, no. We should understand in our electoral system, we don't choose the prime minister. We don't choose the chief minister. We choose the representative of our constituency. We are supposed to do the right fellow to constituency. Whoever we feel right, we need to question, we should know our representative. They together will choose them. For them it is, he is the leader. Do you have an opposition? Do you have an alternative to Modi? I don't want Modi, that is a different thing. Why are you asking me that narrative? Who is the alternative? That we will decide. First think of your constituency, your road, your surrounding. Because this whole political parties across this country, for us citizens, they have not given the right idea of elections itself. We should understand that. They need a mic.
Good evening, sir. My question is regarding the Bharat Jodo Yatra and what the Congress are trying to do in these times, and what Priyanka Gandhi has talked about Rahul Gandhi as a warrior. What do you feel? What do you think? Is he a new candidate, a potential candidate?
Bharat Jodo Yatra, in a true spirit, I think it is a phenomenal movement. Okay? I'm not a congressman, but an effort like this in this country is wonderful. And I think Rahul Gandhi has been saying, Jai Shri Ram. Any sort of disturbance, I go like that. I think it is a phenomenal moment. That is what I am saying. No, as a country, as a citizen, we should stop looking at these political parties. It is not a cricket game we are watching. It is our life we are watching. Whoever does it, if there is some sense, yes, good. Then you talk to me about what you want to do. Then you tell me your report card. That's another question. This is not an electoral yatra. And I'm very happy about it. And the way people are coming in, I think, shows that there is a hope, that they are worried about what is happening around, and the sort of support they are getting, I think it's phenomenal. I really congratulate Rahul Gandhi for having taken that. Yeah.
See, BJP came to power with just 36% of the popular vote. എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മജോറിറ്റി ഇന്ത്യയിലെ ആൾക്കാർ BJP വിരുദ്ധരാണ്. 2024 ഒരു പക്ഷേ BJP വിരുദ്ധ പക്ഷത്ത് നിൽക്കുന്ന ആൾക്കാരെ ഒരുമിച്ച് ചേർക്കാൻ പറ്റുവാണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ഇന്ന് കാണുന്ന ഈ വിപത്തിനൊരു അവസാനം കുറിക്കാൻ കഴിയുമെന്നാണ് എൻ്റെ സബ്മിഷൻ. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഇറ്റ്.
BJP has got 36% vote, he says. It is not 36% of the 100%. In 100%, 40% don't vote, no? Educated fellows. The rest is only 60%. In that 60%, 10% is bought. That is the 36%.
Exactly.
As simple as that. In a constituency, there are 1 lakh voters. 40% don't vote. In the 60%, there are 6 political parties. Minimum 10,000 they'll have. People who get only 20% are ruling your constituency. We need to be careful about that. You understand? We need to be aware of the power of our vote. That how it is important for all of us to participate, which will decide the next 5 years of our future and our children's future. That's what I say. I don't believe in a single leader of this country that he will bring in change. If this country has to change, it is me and you as citizens of this country.
Sir, how do you see extreme right-wing people? Do we have to see they are as our enemies, or they are the potent left? We can transfer them to a left-wing through speeches and or right debates.
See, violence is their language. We should look at right wing as, what if your neighbor had a cancer? You will become human and help him out, no? They are our countrymen only. They are misguided. We will try to heal them. That is what we are. We want them because they are my countrymen. They represent my country. They are my co-human beings. Their children are my children, our children. So we need to have that empathy. We should not become violent and destructive like them. Then there will be no differentiation. This is not a kabaddi match to prove who is right. This whole thing is to say the ship we are traveling is sinking. If we both keep fighting, we will go down together. So we should only spread love. We should spread reason. We should continue to have debate. Don't hate.
Sir, one more question. What is your opinion on the concept of Dravida Rajyam?
It will come in, no, Dravida Rajan is, if you are going to celebrate your Dravidism, fine. But don't say the whole world is Dravida Rajya. It is fine to say I am a Malayali. It is fine to say I am a Dravidian. It is respecting your culture, respecting your uniqueness. See, majority does not make life. If majority was the truth, crow should be the national bird. Why peacock? Cow should be the national animal. Why tiger? It is minority, but it is unique. We should, when you celebrate uniqueness, there is no arrogance in it. It is joy in it. It's okay to be a Dravida Rajya. Why not?
There.
Sir, I'm Anaros from the 3rd year degree student at Devagiri College, and I'm a part-time anchor too. And within that sense, I'm asking you to a question that how should you make, or what do you think as the energy behind you to create such a fan base over Kerala, and in the sense that you are not a Kerala actor, or you have acted your film moreover less in number, I thought, in Malayalam, and it becomes big hits like Pandipada, etc. And it creates a very big fan base over Kerala. And even though you have mentioned about you are a BJP ideologist. No, sorry. Yes. A BJP had a...
Check her WhatsApp immediately. She has been misinformed.
No. Because you have ideologies on BJP. You told me that, you told the audience that there is majority of them have not a sense of BJP ideologies. Above all, what is, above all, what is creating, or what do you think to create such a fan base over this Kerala?
Okay.
That is simple. They are not my fans. Birds of the same feather flock together. We are all same birds. That's why we are together.
Prakash Raj, good evening. This is me here. Yeah, hi. So I'm going to ask you a non-political question, but linked to the subject of language. You know, the recent talk we have had about Bollywood having outlived its time and with regional cinema getting more and more importance. And you're one of the few successful people who have reached out from regional cinema and also done very well in the so-called commercial Bollywood cinema. What is your opinion? Is India ready for more regional grammar seeping into national cinema? And where do you see it going?
See, people like Kamal Hassan sir, people like me, becoming national actors is not a great thing. It's an individual talent who learned different languages, who could strike a chord with languages. But what is very important today in this country is regional cinema because of its content becoming national. You know, that's a very healthy thing. Now they can recognize a Malayalam film, a Korean film, or a Tamil film, or a Kannada film. It has proved the pandemic and the opportunity for the audience who were exposed to different language films. Now they are asking content. Now superstars don't work. Whoever gives a good story becomes a superstar overnight. Isn't it? And that is something very beautiful happening, and as long as Hindi cinema or any language cinema for that matter, if they don't bring in content and become relevant, they will become irrelevant only. And you as a Malayali should be proud. In the last decade, I think Malayalam has got the best writing in cinema. And now Malayalam actors are being gauged, and your Fahad Fazil or Sai Pallavi, more than me going different languages and becoming an actor, I find Sai Pallavi and Fahad Fazil reaching because of Malayalam films in the market. I think that's a great contribution. And actors like Fahad Fazil and Sai Pallavi deciding the genre of films, exposing as actors and believing that they can be stars doing meaningful cinema is what is changing. And Hindi cinema or for any language film, if they don't bring in content now, the worldwide, the audience are very clear they want content. And that's the only way out. Yeah.
ഹിന്ദി സിനിമ നാഷണലും മലയാളം സിനിമയും തമിഴ് സിനിമയും റീജിയൽ എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിന് തെറ്റാണ്. നമ്മളൊക്കെ നാഷണൽ തന്നെയാണ്. അതാണ് എൻ്റെ യാഥാർത്ഥ്യം. ഈ ഹിന്ദിയാണ് നാഷണൽ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ആ ഒരു മെൻറ്റാലിറ്റി തന്നെ നമ്മൾ മാറ്റിവെക്കേണ്ട ഒരു സമയമായിരിക്കും. ഇതാണ് യഥാർത്ഥത്തിൽ ഈ ഹിന്ദുത്വവാദികൾ എടുത്ത് ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഘടകം. വി ആർ ആസ് നാഷണൽ ആസ് ഹിന്ദി ഓർ വി ആർ മോർ നാഷണൽ ദാൻ ഹിന്ദി.
We are more meaningful and relevant. That is universal.
Good evening, sir. Talking about anti-democratic leaders, you use the example of Hitler and Mussolini.
Slowly.
Okay. Slowly. Talking about anti-democratic leaders, you use the examples of Hitler and Mussolini and their downfall and the people rejecting them in the end. But if you look at the current situation of Italy, Mussolini followers are coming back to power, so people are electing them. So is it the fault of people like Hitler or Mussolini, or even if you can extrapolate it to Narendra Modi?
Viruses will keep coming, no?
Huh?
Viruses will keep coming.
Yeah, viruses are.
We'll keep fighting. It happens. It is again. We have let it happen.
Yeah, but people are electing those leaders. So
Yeah, it's okay. We will kick them out also, no? We'll have to learn a lesson. No, friend, you can't just give up like that. No, people are electing, but okay. But let us educate them. Or we will wait for them to realize. But we can't accept it, no? The truth cannot accept a lie. We need to continue to fight. But that is evolution. See, actually, we are all traveling in vehicle. Whether it is Narendra Modi, you or me. The only problem is we are going forward, they are going reverse gear. And they have a feeling that they want to take us back to start all over again. They are never visionaries, they are not visionaries, no. They go back to Gomutra, they go back to, they will talk of Purana, they will talk, computer was there in Kurukshetra, kuch bhi, you know, Pushpaka Vimana was the flight, Gaganasaki was there, air hostess, flight number 923 will leave in 10 minutes, first call. I mean, they will tell their stories. They will tell, we know everything. Let them, no, but that is how they have to survive too. But see where the vehicle is moving, reverse or forward. We have to look ahead. We have to reimagine the future. Because more and more our system, our values, our thought process should make us relevant for 10 years down the lane to our children, to our grandchildren, isn't it? These people go back. You get my point? And that is what we need to realize. Yeah. See, I'll tell you the problem with Hindutva, not Hinduism. They want you to be Hanuman, not Ram. Because I told it in the morning session also. If they want Sanjeevani, they will ask Hanuman to bring the mountain. After Hanuman brings the mountain, they will select the Sanjeevani. That means Hanuman doesn't know what Sanjeevani is. So they want me and you to be Hanuman only. But because intelligent, power, education is them. They will just pluck one Sanjeevani and give. Be careful about that.
Good evening, sir.
Okay.
When he said there is a zero opposition, what a person said before, there is a zero opposition now. I want to ask a question. When we raise our voice now, either it is suppressed by sending the goons or it is silenced by sending bulldozers or some other means of thing. That how confidently can we raise our voice? In Kerala, it is safe and no problem. But when we go to northern or middle of the India, it's very much...
When Gauri died, or when Gauri was killed, Gauri Lankesh, I was not as vocal as this. And when I buried her, I said, I am not burying her, I am sowing her. And I want to tell you guys, if one voice is silenced, a stronger voice will raise. That is the spirit we have to fight with them. I told that, because till then I was not interested. But when death happened at my doorstep, I wanted to tell them, if you silence a voice, a stronger voice will be born. And that's the only way for these guys. Because they target not Gauri. By targeting Gauri, they want to keep everybody around silent because they know our fear is their strength. Your fear is their strength. The day you are not afraid, you will see the most, they'll run away. They are not strong. They want to bring fear as a national disease. Because many years back, I was in Sri Lanka when the Singhali and the Tamilian trouble was going there. Ranil Wickremesinghe was the Prime Minister then. And I was preparing for Kannathil Muthamittal, and there is a novel called Anita's Ghost. And there's a Sri Lankan girl who has studied in London, and she has come from World Human Rights Organization to investigate something in Sri Lanka. So 200 kilometers from Colombo, they are excavating some land, and she says she finds some very fresh skeletons because the government had buried them. And she whispers and asks the guide, why is this happening? And the guide says, see, you have come from London. You know, you're not a citizen here anymore. But to ask a question, you're whispering. Fear is a national disease here. So let's not make that in our country. Let's raise our voice.
Thank you. നമ്മുടെ സമയം കുറഞ്ഞു വരുവാണ്, അതുകൊണ്ട് ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ വളരെ പ്രിസൈസ് ആയിരിക്കണം, വളരെ ഹ്രസ്വമായിരിക്കണം. Yeah, to the point. One sentence or two sentences, please.
Sir, yes, sir. We are so proud about. We are so proud about unity in diversity. Diversity is used as a tool for political or as well as corporate gain.
Don't choose national parties, I'll tell you. Regional parties is the truth. Your representative is the truth. You understand my point? Then all this idea of nationalism will go.
Okay.
Good evening. My name is Shama Hasood. We have talked about BJP attempting to make India as Hindutva. We all know that India has various cultures, various religion, food and all things. Do you think that 5 years from now, will the people who eat beef, will the people of other religion except the Hindutva, will be able to live in India peacefully, or is it our just fate to live scarcely
I know
here?
where you're coming from. Don't be afraid.
Thank you.
World is no more India now. No NRC, no CRS, all this CA will come in. And world is not just India, it is universe now. It will be, because that is the only way for us, not for you to survive, for us to survive. We are not doing this for you or for that, for the human beings to survive, for humanity to survive, for us to have evolution. There is no other way but to accept the uniqueness and have a fair play. Otherwise, we perish together. So if somebody is trying to safeguard one community, one religion, they are lying. We are actually fighting to survive ourselves together. Don't worry. It will come. Yes. It will be a little difficult. In India also, it will be a little difficult, it will be a little painful, but we have to survive, so we will do it. We have to fight. We will fight. Yeah.
You should believe in yourself. You should believe in us too. Yeah, trust us too. Don't worry about it, okay? Yeah. No.
So sad, there is so little time. Yes, sir. Next to you, I'll send the mic to you.
Hello.
To you
Hello,
too.
sir. So we have seen a problem regarding a Bollywood film recently. The problem regarding the dress worn by the actress.
Besharam Rang. I challenge them to stop the film. They are Besharam, we are colorful.
So my question is, Kerala, Malayalam industry produces a lot of political movies like Janagana Mana and all. So can we expect movies like that in future from Bollywood? Like, is it possible for them to produce such political movies in Bollywood?
Yes, but what is happening is because cinema is with money, too much of investment, that is where they're vulnerable, like tiger attacking the weakest, no? They are going in there, and whoever has got cold feet will not make films like that. Be proud, we can do a Janagana Mana here.
Hello, sir. Okay. We are sitting at Kerala Literature Festival and talking about preserving identity of languages. Do you think there will come a time when Kerala Literature Festival will be written in Malayalam and Keralites will be proud of Malayalam language being displayed?
It is not written correct. Down, down. Down, down. I have one more problem also. I want to ask the organizers, why is theatre literature not here? I come from theatre. So I'm going to ask, because I need some books on theatre literature, because I wanted to buy some books. He said, no, theatre is not in. Next year we will see to it, it will be included. And we will all raise our voice and say it should be written in Malayalam there.
So my question is, what should be done?
But will writing solve your problem?
No. So my question is, what should be done?
You are asking the question in English.
Yeah, I know. Because sir is more
No, he just wants, I understand you want to celebrate a language beautiful. Yeah. We'll have sessions in Malayalam too.
The thing is, what should be done so that we will be proud of our language more and we'll be aligned in such a way that...
Don't even worry, I am proud of your language. What more do you need?
What should be done? My question is not that. How should the alignment change? How should our approach change in such a way that our language will be our first preference and not English?
If you're sounding like BJP, then you will not have me or anybody come here at all, yaar. What will Shobhade do? What will I do? What will Bharka do? What will Kamal Hassan do? We will see videos only. No. See, the point is, as I told you, language is just a sound. You celebrate it also. But then a lot of other thoughts also has to come. See, I'm not against learning English. Don't impose English. I'm not against learning Hindi. I act in Hindi films, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
I read Hindi. But don't impose.
Exactly.
Don't impose. See, I am from Karnataka and I celebrate my language because my perception, my understanding, the way I can talk to you, the energy, the bhava comes because I have learnt it in my mother tongue. I celebrate my literature, but then I go out and talk to other languages. It's like a tree. The roots are my language, but my branches will branch out. Shouldn't that be there? Yeah.
See, we should not be a language fundamentalist. Just because we are speaking in English, that doesn't mean that we don't have love for Malayalam. We are all for Malayalam. That's all. Okay.
Good evening,
I think
Mr.
there's a gentleman there.
Yes. Good evening, Mr. Raj and Mr. Brittas. I'll start with two observations. One is, you talked fleetingly about Basavanna. It is unfortunate that the community that claims to be followers of that great leader are the ones who have sold their souls to the chaddis now.
Yeah, naturally, like in all communities, Christianity, Muslim, Hindus, Basavanna, all philosophers, others have, terrorists will kidnap, will hijack. So today who they are hijackers only. Basavanna was great. The tragedy is, Basavanna and his thought process in the 12th century was so high, I wonder how have we degenerated after that.
Okay, the next is, I didn't know you were so popular. I thought if I came 15
I am
minutes...
unpopular too.
I thought if I came 15 minutes before your session started, when that vaccination business was going on, I came in, I found this whole place packed. So obviously all these people here had the same idea as I had. They also came early, and after that vaccination session ended, hardly anybody left, and I'm left standing and frantically waving to draw your attention. Anyway, I'm very glad that most of your fans here are the younger generation, and this part of the world is in very good hands. We are not going to go the chaddi way anytime soon.
Way.
Okay. Anyway,
sometimes are dangerous.
There's so much I want to talk to you about.
Sir,
one question.
No, your question was that, I could read your mind. You were asking that when you are going to relocate to Kerala.
Yes.
Was that question?
Yes, we'll be very happy. Okay, this is something that has not been discussed much.
I actually wanted to relocate, but I have richer places, their hearts, so I don't want land.
No, I just do. 2024. What is that?
He forgot BJP's name.
No, not BJP. 2024, the delimitation is going to happen.
No. It's 226 only. Don't worry about it.
Anyway, that is going to happen, and we in the south are going to be disadvantaged further because we have been progressive as far as population control is thing, social justice and all that. Isn't it time that we organized ourselves to fight against what will be to our disadvantage?
We have hardly 1 minute. I think I will respond to that question because 226 delimitation happens. That's why we say that 224 election is very crucial. You act decisively to avoid such a disaster. That's all. Now, only one question, 1 more minute. Last question. Who should be lucky enough to be the last questioner? The choice is yours, sir. Somebody from that side? Yeah, okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, quick question. Who do you think will become member of parliament first, Prakash Raj or Kamal Hassan?
I'll be a citizen. Did you ask this question to the boss? I think the next member of parliaments are the citizens.
You should have asked that question to me. I would love to have Prakash Raj as my colleague in Rajya Sabha soon. Now one more question, last question, 23 seconds.
Sir,
Yeah, I will come back to you. I'll come back to you. Yeah.
we have been seeing the central government being influenced in the federal system of our country. And what do you think the states are going to do about it? We have hardly seen something the states doing
Telangana
about
is
it.
doing, Kerala is doing, Karnataka will do, Tamil Nadu is doing, Calcutta is there, Punjab has gone to Kejriwal. Things are happening, guys. Don't worry. Things are happening.
You ask, shout, 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 shout. You want his response on the question of inequality, right? ഒരാൾ പറഞ്ഞേ കേൾക്കുള്ളൂ. Kerala Film Institute. K.R. Narayanan Film Institute. There is an issue going in K.R. Narayanan Film Institute where there is a lot of harassment issues and question of inequality there. Inequality. Yes. Caste inequality, oppression, harassment. I said all those. I was just briefing him. K.R. Narayanan Film Institute in Kerala, there are a lot of charges with regard to inequality, caste, discrimination, harassment. Do you have an opinion on that? Or
There is no opinion, they should be kicked out. What are you doing as a member of parliament?
yeah.
What are you doing?
The question was
Vote them.
if the question was to me, the Kerala government is acting on that, which you all know that. But the question was to Prakash Raj.
The question was to me. Now I am the audience. I am asking you. What are you doing?
Thank you. Thank you very much. It has been very delightful.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank
It's
you. Thank you.
wonderful to be with you all. Thank you so much.